Now I need to check. YouTube's got a signal, sweet. Okay, I am about to go live.
Roger.
Actually, I am already live. It went live and I didn't even notice, so everyone's already streaming in.
Woo!
Hello everyone, welcome to this unscheduled live stream. Today we're gonna build a mining rig that's already half built. We're just gonna be unboxing these brand new cards right here. Yep, that's right, we've got some brand new. We've got a 3090 on the end, we've got two 2080s right here. We're gonna unbox these cards, take a quick look at them, slap them in a mining rig and get that thing running hopefully by tonight. I'm only gonna be on for about an hour or so, so if you guys have any questions for me or anything I'm doing or anything about Discord, any questions about cryptocurrency, whatever's going on, go and drop it into the live chat and I will read it. All right, guys, so how is everyone doing tonight? Let me know that because I want to know how you guys are doing. I'm going to be reading this live chat as much as I can. I don't have any problems making sure everything is kosher over here. Yep, let me know if the music's too loud or anything like that. By the way, guys, I actually am on the line with two of our guests from the Misfit Mining Discord tonight. I am currently with the one, the only, Maximum, just joking, Max Voltage. We're also with the one, the only, Hobbyist Miner in our channel here. If you guys want to both say hi to the stream, audio only, sorry guys.
First time caller, long time listener. Happy to be here.
And we also got Max Voltage.
Happy it is a Memorial Day weekend. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Hope you're having great plans for this weekend.
Yeah, it's great because it's I actually got something planned this weekend. Allegedly go into a store that may or may not have graphics cards.
Ooh.
Allegedly.
Day out right there. Big day out.
Okay. All right. So let's get the stream started. I got my unboxing knife right here. Come on. Am I losing my touch here? No, I got it. So we're gonna start with this first 2080 right here. Okay. So I just want to make sure the view is good. You guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna do a little bit of that zoomy zoom, so you guys can see what I'm up to. And let me just move this thing on the floor out of the way. Don't worry about what's down here. You'll see soon enough. So, all right, as you can see, this is a brand new card. We're just gonna break its virginity real quick, just like that.
So dirty, so dirty.
Yep, and then we're gonna go to the other side. And yeah, it's a little dirty, a little bit. Like, I gotta keep it PG-13, you know?
Break that seal, break that seal.
I'm breaking that seal. Things. It's called a seal, okay? Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Now, let me just make sure the chat's going correctly. Yep, it is, okay. Thomas Tran, man, I haven't been on YouTube in so long. Why, man, why? How long has it been for you, bro? Oh, actually, you guys can't, yeah, there we go. There we go, now you guys can see. Yeah, so guys, if you're just joining us for the stream, I'm gonna be unboxing this 2080 right here. Nice 2080, it is brand new. I just broke the seal, so we're gonna do the nice slide. Actually, I think it's better if I do it this way, right? Go up.
What's your projected hash rate on the 2080s?
I think, what are these at? 40 or something like that? I think.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. I don't really remember.
It was a trick question because I'm running one right now, and I wanted to see what you would come back with regarding if I was just crazy with mine or not. Yeah, mine's at 42.2 right now, and it's a 2080 Super XE EVGA.
Oh yeah, this is a vanilla. It's not a super.
Yeah. So
am I missing something here?
Yep.
I'm not sure. I don't want to break anything. Do I just have to? I just gotta yank this out.
Yeah.
Hey, send it back. Send it back. Get it.
Oh, so you got to take this foam. You got to take this foam block out to get it out. All right. Okay. So the box. Yeah, we're not gonna need that. This thing right here, guys. It's just like information cables maybe. Yeah, it's got a cable in there. We're not going to use any of that. So just put all this back and close up the box because I like to keep all of my boxes if you guys haven't noticed. This will go back on the shelf right here.
This is back when EVJ used to make interesting boxes.
Yeah, dude, like, okay, so we're gonna open the, this is just my little rant right here. This box looks freaking awesome, okay? I'm gonna change to the top-down view right here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Okay, so this is the box, right? Okay, sorry about the glare. All right, this is how the box looks. It's got a nice, interesting design. It's actually a hard, thick cardboard. The new cards that cost almost double as much on retail aren't this nice, not even close, okay? They're like half the quality, all right? They're just literally paper inside of a black cardboard box. I really don't like it.
Those are the super thin ones, right? The boxes
Yeah.
are like super thin now and everything. Yeah, they're cheap as anything. It's like,
Yeah, real
why are you
thin.
guys cutting corners? Like, your cards are going for through the roof. You're in a beautiful business model for supply and demand. You've cut your supply, it's very limited, and the demand's through the roof. It's like, I don't think you need to cut corners on packaging.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. I really think it's kind of stupid, to be honest. Because I mean,
Has Apple taught them nothing? Come on, packaging is everything.
Well, again, because they can sell it no matter what it's in. I think
Yep,
that's
that's
part
true.
of it. But I mean, if you look at that box versus what boxes they're coming in, I mean, you're probably looking at $10 difference in cost per box.
Packaging, yeah. So hey,
Yeah.
they're money hungry. I mean, it's look at everything they're doing with the mining cards and everything like that. I mean, they're greedy little bastards right now.
yeah, it's just pretty crazy. I mean, Nvidia basically saw the movie Idiocracy and they were just like, I lack money. That's basically what happened. All right, so we got our fancy brand new 2080 right here. So that's how it looks. Don't worry about the red. That is actually just tape. That's like protective tape. The red text right there that you see. That's protective tape. Okay. All right. So this is actually a 2-slot design, which is rare these days. Oh, look at that. I actually did not know this. So try to get that in focus there. This is a 8+6 pin. I thought it was a dual 8. So that'll make things a lot easier.
That looks identical to my Super. Like,
Yeah. Oh, is it? Yeah, but it's basically got the same design and everything, right? It's just the chip's a little different.
Yep. What are your thoughts on those little bubbles on the fan blades?
These?
Pure design or actually of value?
You mean, are you talking about these things? So they're not actually bubbles. They're like E's,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Whatever. Yeah. Yep. There's a texture to them though.
Yeah. I think it's the design because we can clearly see with like something like a Noctua fan that they actually like built it for performance, and that's just lettering. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it gives it a little extra, you know, pizzazz or whatever you want to call it, but it's nothing too special in my opinion.
Come on, I really wanted this gives you an X amount of increase of CFM, and PVGA has thought of everything.
I wish that was the case. I'm gonna put that card right there. All right, 2080 number 2. I wish I had the Super because I think they get a higher hash rate.
Well, I know a guy that'll sell you one.
Ooh, right? Yeah.
Always looking to make a deal. Come on. Now.
Always looking, man. Always.
Yep.
Okay. Here's a new one. And take this block out. So guys, we're gonna have a stream tomorrow. If you guys don't know, those that might be joining us for the first time, Misfits Mining, which is a Discord I am part of. I am one of the founders. We have a stream every Saturday night. In fact, tonight was basically just a hardware test to make sure my new streaming setup is working. A little backstory: I purchased a Elgato Camlink Pro, which is just like the Camlink, but it's 4. It has 4 inputs. It looks like looks like one of these things right here. Right? It looks like that. Okay, but it has 4 inputs. Sorry, let me try to get it focused. It has 4 inputs instead of 1 in and 1 out. So I ordered it, and I got it in the mail. Went home, I put it in my house, and I opened it later. And then guess what? It turns out that it is in fact a empty box. So of course I contacted Amazon and let them know that I literally got a box with no product in it. And they send me an email saying that they're giving me a policy warning saying that I can't be returning items, and that if I keep returning items that my account will be canceled. So I was like, that's real nice. So Amazon, you guys keep track of the weight of the packages, right? And I talked with them and all that. And they're like, yeah, we checked the weight and the weight was correct. I'm like, no, it wasn't. This thing is clearly lighter. So anyways, I talked to another Discord member that helped me get a hold of one somewhat quickly from Best Buy. And I had it shipped to my Best Buy here in my local town. So I got it there, and now it's in the computer, and you guys can clearly see it's working. I got 4 streams going into it. So yeah, anyways, guys, this is a EVGA for the Win 3 3090, and I believe it is, yep, it is the Ultra Edition. You can kind of see right there on the camera. It is the Ultra. They do make the one that is not the Ultra, but I haven't seen it. I think they're just kind of keeping their chips for the higher end ones right now. I'm sure it's floating around out there. I've never seen one myself. So if you guys don't know anything about this card, this thing is a beast. It does up to 125 mega hash, okay?
That's crazy.
On a single card, all right? Back in the day, you had to pay like thousands of dollars to get one of them quadros to do it. All right, let me look at the chat here because I haven't been looking. Let's see.
So what did you do with your empty box? Like, did they take it back, or like what happened?
Oh yeah. So what happened? I'm gonna unbox this while I tell the story, guys. So what happened was I contacted them, let them know what's up, because I figured I should call them, right? They told me I need to go to my local police department and get a police report and all this other stuff, and I was like, okay. So I went to my police department and told them what's up. They're like, yeah, why would you need a police report? No crime has been committed.
Yeah,
you got a freaking empty box. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to waste you guys' time with such a stupid thing. So I think what might have happened was it's because I called them. So I simply went online and did the normal return process, and I shipped it back with an empty box, with the reason being on the drop down there's a thing that says product missing or damaged or something like that. Parts missing or damaged. So I clicked that and I just returned it the normal way.
They take it back, no questions asked. That's Amazon's kind of policy. So yeah, that's awesome.
Well, no, I haven't got my refund yet. They print out the label and everything, and I sent it back. So
usually as soon as they see that it has been picked up, they refund you almost like within the same day.
Yeah, they usually do, but not on the I found not on the expensive items. So we got some EVGA stuff here. We got a bracket retention thing. This is for like if the card's too heavy and it can't fit in your case or whatever. So we're gonna take this off. And yes, this is one brand spanking new for the Win 3 3090. Oh, this thing is a beast. All right. So let's take a...
So pretty.
Oh, look at that beautiful card right there.
I will never buy one of those ever.
Yeah, they're so expensive.
They're so expensive. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, I know they're phenomenal, and I know they're God's gift to the world right there.
Look how thick that boy is.
I will never spend the money on that.
Yeah, I mean, it cost me... How much did it cost me?
$2,000?
No, it was close to $2,000.
Yeah.
I got it.
This is a customer build, or is this a build for you?
This is a build for me. This is a build for me.
Oh, good for you. I haven't heard you building your own rigs in a while, so I'm happy to hear that.
Well, this is my so most of my rigs are off-site, but this is my rig I keep in my my house. So
okay.
this is my rig.
Keep them in your top secret warehouse that you currently have.
It is not a warehouse per se. It's more like somebody's business.
Nice. Did you see Son of a Tech is picking up a warehouse?
Yeah, I heard about that. That's actually pretty cool stuff, dude.
Oh, I can't wait. That's gonna be so much great content. I love following that stuff along. Like I love seeing, like stuff from start to finish, especially something like that. I think it's awesome. Like, kudos to him.
Yeah, I kind of figured eventually he would do that, but he put a lot of work into his house. I mean, he tore carpeting out of a bedroom. Basically got these huge racks in a bedroom,
so he's mining. So he's mining in his house currently. Is that correct? Okay. Okay. I always wondered because like He's kind of like the place you go now. He's kind of turned into like the news guy for crypto mining now. Like
son of a tech? Oh yeah, dude.
When anything comes out, that's like the place to go. You know, like today he had the big one on the. Did you see the cannabis miners that in the UK that got caught with with cannabis, and then all of a sudden they found all this big Bitcoin, Bitcoin miners as well. He reported on that pretty quickly. But I have found that more and more of his content is more like news in the crypto space and less like this, like seeing someone do a build.
I'm actually gonna leave these plastic covers on. I don't really care about that. So I want to take it off 3090 because I know it does make a difference on thermals. I actually tested that.
You know that there's plastic on the inside, on the center of the fans too, right?
Is there? Oh, on the 3090? Yeah. So on these ones specifically, I want to make sure. Actually, yeah, I'll take them off. They're kind of close to the fans. It might cause problems later. But yeah, so sorry. I've been looking at the chat. Jim Ventura, TekShinji, how many packages are you returning? Haha. So here's my deal. I do return packages, but I pay for the return shipping if it's something I don't like. So they can't say I return too many things at their expense, because I do pay for the return shipping when it's something that I change my mind about. So yeah, I would say I am not totally perfect, but I do return some packages. Other stuff in the chat. Jim Ventura says again, where is the Waifu Easton 6700 X3 Sakura card? No.
That was an awesome Gamers Nexus video.
My response to that is no. it's no. That's my response, and that's my official statement. No, it's pretty cool. I actually haven't watched that video yet. I've been so busy. Because thing about me, guys, when I watch videos, I don't like to passively pay attention. I like to pay attention and really absorb the content. So I usually
he doesn't watch my videos. He doesn't watch my videos.
Oh my God, I watch your videos. I watch 30% of them for sure.
Max Voltage earlier today, it's like, hey, I watched. We were talking earlier before the stream, and he's like, oh yeah, I watched your video today on the basement update, blah blah blah, and then, we got Mr. TekShinji over here, and he's like, yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch that yet. I'm like, you're not gonna watch it, you liar.
I did watch your video today, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. So I just bought this thing up on the table. This is my house mining rig. This is the mining rig I keep in my personal residence. It currently has a single EVGA 3090 already in it, and this is a MSI Ventus 3 3070. I have unboxing videos of both of these. They're in my channel, so make sure to check that out if you like. So this actually, let me show you guys a little something, a little insider information. Let me see if I could zoom in without pushing these cards off the table. Let me move them around real quick. Let me do that because I don't want these cards to fall. All right, so can we see right there? Here, I'll do that. So
I love the massive heat sink on the back of that one card. I think it's from
this one right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, these, yeah. So let me put this in this angle so you guys can kind of see the corner there. So if you can see, let me zoom in real close like. You can see that the fan, right, and the brackets, all that, it's actually on the outer edge of the mining rig. So we got a lot of space right here. That's because
versus within the rail of the Veta frame. Usually it slides right in the rail of the Veta frame.
Yeah, the reason why it's not in the rail right here is because I had that Supreme X card in here, and it wouldn't fit. It literally pushed out to here. It was literally touching this when I put it in here. So I had to mount everything on the outside of the frame to make it fit. All right, guys, so I'm gonna tie my hair back because we're gonna start doing some real work here.
Nice.
I need like a hair tie. I'll be right back. So
oh, fancy.
Don't worry, I'll be gone for like half a second.
DC's dream of seeing hair in the fans.
What? Right. Hair in the fans? Who said that?
So he's gonna look like a kung fu master now.
Oh, you want me to do the kung fu master bun?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me do that. I'll do the kung fu master bun just because you asked so nicely.
Nice. I like it.
There's a wire right here on my left side, so I gotta be careful. I don't want to pull that wire.
In the background, all I hear is everybody was kung fu fighting.
They were fast as lightning. All right, there. I got the Kung Fu Master hair bun going here. Yep, got that hair bun going. Okay, so, all right. Make sure that's working. Okay. All right. So, what we're gonna do, guys? Here, let me just check chat because I haven't been looking. Let's see. Yeah. Anyways, that Sakura card. Nope, I don't want it. I got the 3090 Kingpin Hydro Copper list. Can't wait to get it. Oh yeah, I am actually on that. I am actually. Oh, I'm blocking off my face.
Did you notice that it went to 11 seconds yesterday?
I did. I am actually on that list, and I hope I get one in a week or two. It's gonna go in my personal rig, which is right over there. That'll be pretty nice. Keep looking at the chat. Yeah, guys, if you want me to answer or you got a comment for me, make sure you at me, because then I can see it a lot easier. Let's see who we got. Thomas Tran. I noticed the HDMI port card you got. The camera seems clearer. The HDMI port. Oh, the capture card. Yeah. I'm actually streaming in 4K, but YouTube doesn't accept it, so it downscaled it to 1440p. So it should be in superb quality because I got full internet and everything. I made sure no one else was doing anything.
Or I actually have the Elgato HD60 Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I use that for streaming like my son's Nintendo Switch games and stuff. And Elgato stuff works well, man. It's a good call.
Yeah, I mean so the Elgato the USB based, yeah, so the USB based streaming products, I personally have found they tend to have more stability problems than the ones you plug directly into a PCIe slot. I found those were way more reliable, so that's why I went that route. Thomas Tran, yes, it is not actually, the cameras are all the same. I just upgraded the quality of the streaming setup. So I could probably take a picture and show you what all this looks like, but there's probably an hour and a half of work to get just this going. Because if you guys notice, I'm not wearing headphones. I'm wearing a hidden earpiece. I got all this wiring on me. There's a lot of work that went into getting this set up. Let's see here. Jim Ventura, this suddenly turned into a shampoo commercial. Oh yeah, when I was flipping my hair around, yeah. Great Baldini says, TekShinji, you're the 4K master. Yep, at least I'm a master of something. All right, where was I? Oh yeah, we're gonna put the cards in, right? Okay, so we're gonna take this 3090 and we're gonna put this on the end here. All right, let me switch to the top-down view so you guys can see. Who is adding me in Discord? What's going on? Pocket change. It's live now. Okay, who else is adding me? I'm trying to, oh, okay, it's just myself adding me, the robot. Okay, switching to the top-down view. All right, so we're gonna install the card right here, and let me get myself out of the way. There we go. So we're gonna install the card right here. Let me actually move this to a better location. There we go. So it's gonna go next to the other 3090. And you know, we like to keep them together because they feel better, you know, when they're with their brothers and sisters. I actually have not inventoried this GPU yet, so I'm kind of going against my own rules. Max Voltage and Hobbyist Miner, you guys still there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, I just want to make sure.
I am hiding. I'm hiding.
You're hiding? Who are you hiding from?
Hiding. I was responding to a comment on my video today from Red Fox Crypto, actually.
Oh, nice.
And we were talking. It was on my video on the HVAC cooling from today, and he was asking. He was asking about. We were talking about airflow for the chat that didn't see it. The video today was on the HVAC cooling for my basement and what my game plan is, and his concern was passive airflow of new fresh air. And I'll put some pictures in the Discord, and then once you get to a stale point that you're waiting on something, we could go over them because I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, this was. I'll put it in. I'll send these to you. This was tonight's fun project.
Your video actually showed the incoming air, right? That's what those two vents were. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I did some cool stuff tonight. My son actually was like, it's cool. My son's 8. He's my oldest. I have 3 kids.
Aww.
And he was, I have an 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, my daughter, and then my youngest is my son. He's a 1.5 years. And they're awesome. Okay, I'm gonna send these, and then when we get to a breaking point, I'll go over them and some of the changes since that video, and definitely want to talk a little bit about negative pressure and airflow in rooms.
Yeah, definitely. So those on stream, if you guys are watching, if you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I just took out the 8-pin to 8-pin PCIe cable, and I'm putting in dual power supply style 8-pin to dual 8-pin cables. And on one of these cards, I'm just going to link them, which, you know, probably I shouldn't do, but we'll see. We'll see, right? They're just 3090s. Who cares?
What cables are those?
So these are the, I actually really like these. They're my favorite. So, yep, I'm on the top-down view. So, as you can see...
So you're splitting them between cards, which is actually really... Yeah, I see that's good, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going between 2 cards right here. It says number 2. I got to relabel these now because they're all wrong, but... Yeah, so these cables, they come...
Do you know which PCIe... Sorry to interrupt. Do you know which PCIe pulls the most power?
First or the second?
I believe it is the first and the second, and usually it's the one closest to the card. So if the GPU core is here, this one would be number 1, then 2, and 3. Generally, but like I said, every card is different. I actually don't know. I would have to look into that max voltage. I actually have no idea.
The reason why I asked that was you split the most powerful port between you split it between the 2 cards. Why wouldn't you do that on the 3rd one?
That is a good point. Let me actually fix that. That is a very good point. See, this is why I have people that are much smarter than me on stream to catch me when I'm doing stupid stuff.
I was just interested in the cables because I'm like, ooh, I like those.
Yeah, these are nice. These are actually they go directly into the EVGA power supply. No adapters or anything. I actually have another cable that I really like.
So the EVGA power supply,
I did it again.
The ATX doesn't give you issues by using these cables.
No, it does not. That's what I'm saying.
Nice.
It's like a server power supply cable, but it goes directly. Yeah. It's very well made. I've been using them for years. I never had problems with them ever. So I really like them. They cost like 13 bucks or something.
I had issues last night using my server, my 6 to 8 pins, or 6 to 8 and 6 plus 2. I'm sorry. I had issues plugging them into an ATX power supply. It literally wouldn't power up.
Oh, really?
And then it literally didn't power up, and then I would unplug them, and it powered up perfectly. And I'm like, son of a... I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, you stubborn ATX power supply.
Yeah, that's pretty strange.
Yeah, that's why I was curious. Yeah.
So what I'm doing, guys, is trying to use the cables to keep the other cables out of the other cables' way, if that makes any sense, what I just said. Yep. So I'm using the cables to make sure, like, for example, this cable right here, I plugged it in with this loop in the way, so when it tries to go bend this way into the fan, it can't. It's like permanently right here, because this loop is in the way. So that's how that one's in right now. And now we got to get our 2080s in here, and I'm going to leave a nice big gap between the 3090s and all the other cards, so I'm going to put them all the way on this end right here, which I'm going to reorientate myself. That way you guys can see that part. I'm going to move this in picture, just like that. All right, so these are just the 2080s. Remember the SLI connector? Yeah, that's a thing of the past. No more SLI, baby. Yeah, so max voltage. What do you got to say to all of our viewers that may or may not be kind of worried about the profitability right now?
Jeez, well, it's all relative, people. I mean, I've got about 1 gigahash and I'm making about $70 a day.
Nice.
That doesn't sound so horrible compared to where we were November, October last year. Not horrible. Not horrible. And the price of Ethereum is going to recover, in my opinion.
Oh, not definitely. 100%. Not financial advice, yes, but I believe it is. I don't think we're even close to.
Now, it is interesting because you've heard people say, this feels different this time. And that's true.
They say that every time.
it's acting different than last time too. There's just a lot of different factors, including, you know, the whales that have come in from, you know, major mutual fund companies that have come in and decided to invest in the market and manipulate the market, as well as obviously we know the famous people that have come in, such as Elon Musk.
Well, he kind of just showed up and yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
Exactly. He likes to manipulate the markets because he can, because it's unregulated. You know, he was doing that with stocks, and the SEC gave him a slap on the wrist and said, "Don't do it anymore." He's like, "That's fine. I'll just go over to crypto where there is no regulation."
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I would say it's also, you're seeing now more in mainstream media. Like now you're seeing a lot of crypto news in mainstream media, which is now affecting things dramatically day to day. You know, and then you got on top of that, you know, NVIDIA announcements too. So it's like now the market is very much being manipulated, very similar to a traditional stock market, where it's like, oh, celebrities or CEOs make announcements, or news comes out of XYZ happening in China or UK. You know, now it's that kind of hush hush. Wasn't really talked about in mainstream media. Crypto mining is now the norm.
Yeah, exactly. It's become less
now
of a
coming
niche.
up. Yeah, it's just crazy. I saw that screw rolled across in front of the case there. I'm like, is he gonna get it?
Yeah.
Is he gonna get it?
I was like hoping that it wouldn't fall on the floor because it'd be 10 times harder to find.
Yep. Yeah, so I think it's quite interesting because you see, like, you know, interesting rebounding over the last few days, and you're seeing the crypto market very much mirror your traditional stock market right now. So when things are good, things are good. You know, when things are bad, things are bad. But they definitely seem to be mirroring each other a ton right now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's interesting times. But as I've always told people, because you hear these questions of new people coming in, should I start mining now?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's
Give
one
me
of
your
those
money.
things. Well, if you want to start mining, then start mining with what you have and see if you like it and see if it's fun. I know that we all enjoy making money with it, but, you know, all the YouTubers, I don't think there's a single YouTuber, at least not a YouTuber that I follow, that doesn't do it for the love of technology, tinkering.
Yeah, I'm just here for the money. I don't care about anything else.
I would say, honestly, TekShinji, it's interesting you say that, because actually out of all of the tech tubers and crypto tubers that I follow, I would say you are probably on that extreme. You're the only one that I know that allegedly sold cards.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. When he was like, "Oh, I'm selling everything. I'll start back over in a few months when it's better." I'm like, "Really?" But it's like it's almost like a stock to him. He's like, "Well, it's good now. I'm gonna sell it and I'll buy it back in 6 months when, you know, it's lower."
Boy, how wrong was I on that gamble? The prices did not go down; they went back up.
Right, and the thing is it's, you know, that's why everybody's like, "What should I do?" We don't know. Yeah. We're smart. We watch the market. We know what's going on. There aren't
real quick,
any guarantees.
Sorry, Great Baldini, take care, man. Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, it's I don't know. I'd actually started to put together a top 5 questions never to ask another crypto YouTuber again.
Should I get into mining?
Yeah, well, one of them was, what are we all gonna do when ETH goes to 1559 or ETH 2.0 or proof of stake? Because they're all basically mean the same thing. And I'll tell you what, I mean, I was like seriously gonna do this and all this, and then Bitsby Trippin came out with a video, like a serious video of how to figure out what you're gonna do next when the time comes. And I was like, that's really good. That was a really good way of addressing it. Of course, we're still going to get the question asked over and over again, but it was a serious answer to a question that we're all tired of hearing.
Yeah, I saw I watched one today, Red Fox Crypto. I follow him, and he's another YouTuber out there, and
I watch him. I love his news that he puts out because I just
he has he has a good approach to it, and he was discussing it of EIP 1559 today and proof of stake, and it definitely is one of those, like, I think everybody's in that state now where it's like, what are you going to pivot to, or where and when? What and when is the big one, and there is no, like, and he had a good comment today, like he was looking at like some of the other ones out there and kind of discussing how much actual hash rate it was out there and when it isn't out there, and I think it's going to be really interesting. I think you're going to see I don't know, there isn't a ETH 2.0, like there isn't another ETH that I think everyone's moving to directly from it. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how it gets split up throughout all the different cryptocurrency out there, and like where it does go. I mean, I think some of your major players, like I think Ravencoin's going to see a huge boost, but I think the challenge is like, okay, but where's that next 8 gig card going to go? Like, where are we going with those cards? What's our next location with it? I don't think it's going to be a massive sell-off. I think it's going to be a pivot, and I think everybody, like for me, I have started diversifying. Like, I've started diversifying what my cards are mining, putting aside some honeypots there just in order to see, hey, if that's the next ETH 2.0, awesome,
Yeah, there's so many coins out there, new ones, old ones, that it's hard to really say. The only thing that I think will have a serious effect on profitability is going to be, I think, the NiceHash. The coins that can be mined on NiceHash will be less profitable, because that's where people are going to just assume, well, I'm just going to go there and I'll just mine the most profitable coin and do auto switching. So things like newer coins such as, and I know that I didn't see the video, I know Son of a Tech did a video on Dubai coin, but I've seen it pop up on what to mine as a profitable coin. So Dubai coin, Ergo, Firo is another one. These are all ones that cannot be mined on NiceHash. So I'm kind of curious to see how stable the profitability is going to be for those. So it's not necessarily going to be, oh, I always need to be on the most profitable coin and keep switching. It's going to be, which one, is there a coin in the top 5 that's always in the top 5? Because right now I see, sometimes Ethereum Classic is tops. Sometimes Ravencoin is above it. Sometimes they both pop below the top 5 because a bunch of people have moved to them, increasing their hash rate. Yep. So I don't know. It's just one of those things where we won't know. We don't know what we don't know. And it's like saying, what's the weather going to be 3 months from now? I don't know.
Yeah. Real quick, guys, I'm going to just go over to the live chat real quick. Let's catch up on that.
I actually had a quick question for you. What's that little sensor that you have there?
Sensor? What sensor?
What is that little screen there? That little gray little screen?
The thing that keeps turning?
Yeah, what is that?
So this is actually a power meter. It's connected directly to this rig right here. This thing right here is actually on a dedicated circuit, so I can pull the full 15 amps. And I keep trying to put this on camera, but it keeps moving, so when in doubt, use gaff tape, right?
You know what you need? You need
that off to the, right here.
You need that off to the side with a separate camera, like a dedicated camera on it.
Yes. I actually have a webcam. I might actually do that. I might do that tomorrow, actually, or something, next time. But yeah, let me just catch up on the live chat real quick. I know you guys have been talking, which is awesome. CC, what's up with the toilet paper, man? I'm just gonna ask that. All right, what's with all this toilet paper? Let's see here. Pocket Change is here. Awesome. Welcome, Pocket Change. Great Baldini, I got to roll out here. Yep. Take care of Great Baldini. I'll see you around. Jim Ventura, yeah, the market is more messy this time with stupid Course and Jack billionaires. Things will recover. Yep, I agree. Totally get it, man. Let's see. What do we get for giving you our money? Big Woody 1013 says. What do you get for giving me money? Let me see. I'm not sure, to be honest. Don't give me your money if you're not comfortable losing it. You'll get like interesting content. The money does help fund all the equipment in here. I'm actually gonna get the thermal camera out in a moment to show you guys what this all looks like. I have a separate HDMI I'm gonna plug in for that. Let's see, Pocket Change says Austin Wells 7 and God dang it, TekShinji, when are your stickers coming? Ah, those are actually shipped. They're en route. I should be getting them tomorrow. Should be. We'll see. Yeah, guys, so if you guys have anything else, make sure you @ me in the live chat. We're about to turn this rig on, so I'm going to switch over to a different screen if you guys want to go back to what you guys were talking about a little earlier.
We were just talking about 1559 and the kind of the direction that everyone's going to be taking. I think that's the biggest question. That's kind of, I've had multiple people comment on videos regarding like, hey, you know, what's going to happen then? And nobody knows what's going to happen then. You know, this is new tip for everybody. And there is,
literally,
trust me,
I
think it's going to take a few weeks until things kind of stabilize and the norm comes out. I think everyone's kind of going to be watching things to see, okay, well, what am I going to next? And you know, what projects is that going to be involved with for potential growth? But yeah, I mean, I'm lucky. I'm new to the mining scene. I have boatloads of 4 gig cards, so I'm not as heavily invested into ETH as a lot of the other people within the space right now. So it's not as dramatically affecting me as it will for a lot of other people, which is like, oh my god, look at that background.
You guys like that?
That's awesome. That's awesome. Wow.
Okay. Yep, I told you I guys I had a special background. RGB knife, baby. The one and only.
I think AH had a good question in chat. Did you see that one?
Let me go back to chat, actually. I've stopped looking at it for a second.
How dare you?
AH. Did he @ me?
He said, those of you that mine at home, do you get any special insurance for all of your mining equipment?
Ah, that is a great question, AH. He asked, those of you that are mining at home... Oh, he just said that. Yeah. So... I personally do not. It's mostly a hobby and all that good stuff. Like if this were to all go up in flames, I am fortunate enough to not be hurting too much. I'll be all right. But for a lot of people, I know this is a big investment. It's basically like buying a car, right? I mean, at current market prices, this is probably like, I don't know, this is several $1,000s right here, right? I don't have insurance like that, but I would imagine you would need like renters or homeowners insurance. I don't really know how that would actually work.
You would add it on your homeowner's insurance as a I think it's something called a rider.
Okay.
Kind of like now, like, oh, my wife. What do we do? When our 10-year anniversary, I bought her another diamond ring, and so we had to add it as another item on our homeowner's insurance. So her current like engagement ring or her wedding ring are on there, so you add that as well. So in that case there, it's like a personal possession. So it does get added. So, you know, you go ahead. I think the hardest part would be with something in that regard is like when you do like a ring, you have to show proof of it being appraised. So I think the hard part is like, especially right now because everything is so new, is from a technology perspective is how do you show proof of value and then add it to your insurance plan. But it's something I'm absolutely thinking about doing once I get my mining, like my basement renovated and that room up and running, and adding cards to it is like, yeah, I'm going to want to carry, you know, like add some insurance to that. I mean, if that room catches on fire and things burn down, you know,
that'd be kind of catastrophic.
Yeah. So I think it'll be interesting. I'd be eager to hear somebody like great example, like Red Panda Mining, like his mining barn or his mining basement, like got quite a few $1,000 in down there. Is he carrying anything, or do you go the approach of entirely off the grid? Like, I don't want to carry anything because I don't want to be, placed into that, and be known, in that regard. So I don't know. What are your thoughts there, Max Voltage?
So basically, you're right in the fact that it would be a rider, but in this case, I'm not sure if it's a rider. It may just be an increase in limit. It's almost like, so for instance, I've had policies where I have given special insurance to the basement. It's backup sump insurance, and there's different limits on that insurance. It's not technically a rider on the policy because it's part of the policy. It's just an amount that's specified. So it can be handled differently on different homeowners policies. So typically you're going to have at least 2,500 that's listed on a policy, but I've seen policies that have 10,000.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting. The guy mentioned it. I'm like, that's a very good question. Probably something I should look into, because I have a bunch of my rigs in the basement, which means they would be covered under the sump insurance. And I recently had changed insurance policies and decided, you know what, I don't really need that much insurance. That was before I got into mining. When I say recently, I mean like 3 years ago. And I was like, I really don't need that much insurance down there. It's finished, but it wouldn't be that much work to refinish it. But now I'm thinking, that's down there. Would it be covered? What's covered? All that kind of stuff. But the other part of it is how does the insurance cover it? Is it covered under general electronics, which lots of people have lots of electronics. So best thing is talk to your agent, because what I do know about homeowners policies is none are built the same. They all have general features, that everybody has. But when you start getting into specifics like this, they're all different.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if they almost eventually go with a fine line. And it's like, nope, we don't insure crypto mining equipment because of the risk of high temperatures and stuff like that, like the risk that's associated with it.
And that's why they have not specifically called it out.
I know. Yep.
But that's why when you call, you don't say that you're mining.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
You say that I have X amount of dollars of a computer equipment.
Yep.
So,
Yep. You'd be like, oh yeah, I have an audio recording hobby that I do. Well,
don't lie, because they could always give you a hard time about that. Just be like, oh, it's just server equipment.
Yep.
Which isn't a lie. That's
I think also too, if they're asking on pricing, if they're gonna ask for proof of purchase too. Like if you end up having a fire or a flood.
Typically they won't. Well, they will when you go to get reimbursed.
Okay.
You want to keep receipts for that kind of stuff. But to insure it, that type of equipment, they don't generally ask for receipts. It's not like a ring where you have an appraisal, because you don't have an appraisal for a GPU.
Yeah. So what are you doing here?
Right.
I see you're mining.
Yeah, so I'm just running everything at stock settings and hoping it doesn't trip.
Trip your breaker, and you're at a 15 amp, you said?
Yeah, so this thing should be able to handle it. It's kind of going kind of crazy on the watt meter. Right now I'm pulling about 1,200 watts, but I don't know what's going on actually. I think one of the cards is erroring. Let me see here. Looks like everything is running normally.
Oh, wait a minute. Now they all appear to be on.
Yeah, well, but we got some crazy different numbers on some of the stuff. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Yeah, one of the cards is not doing stuff. All right, well, it's working. That's a good sign. Well, anyways, real quick, let me check the chat. Let me see what's going on with the chat real quick. I noticed my music stopped, so I apologize for that. Let me restart the music.
Do you have shoot? Do you remember, Hobbyist Miner, what the program is to get memory temps?
Oh, hardware info.
Yes.
Yeah, let me actually. Yep, it's right here.
By the way, Eric in chat did mention that he's done this for his homeowner's insurance, and he just bumps the payout limit like 20K more, kind of like what you had said. So, yeah. Interesting. It'll be eager to see what the industry, how that changes over the next 3 years with so many people jumping into mining.
Yep. All right, let me catch up on the chat real quick, guys. Neo2115, is that a custom death ADR? Yes, it is. Here, let me try to get it into camera view here. You guys can see it is a Destiny 2 death ADR. That was kind of like a limited edition run. You can still buy them, I think, but it is not a normal one. It's Destiny, got that Destiny black and white theme. I really like it. CC says, mine to my wallet in case you forgot. Oh, I've been doing that since the beginning, man. Let's see here. Anything else? Certain European countries. Yeah, we're all talking about that stuff. Windows T-Rex Afterburner, which mod? Yeah, claim it as a computer equipment. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, sorry about that. So real quick, guys, what I'm doing, I just have everything running at stock settings. I'm just trying to get this thing up and running. As you can see, one of the 3090s is actually running at almost half hash rate. So we got to figure out what's going on with that one. Both 2080s appear to be running at 37 mega hash. So I'm going to start tweaking it a little bit to get those juicy clocks. So I'm actually going to write down what card is what by looking at this thing right here. I can tell which card is which in which position. So I'm going to get a notepad and write all that down. While I do all that, Max Voltage and Hobbyist Miner, question for you guys.
Sure.
Would you guys consider getting insurance? And if you would, how much hardware, like total value, do you think you guys would accrue before you actually bought insurance?
Well, I would say, I funny you mentioned that because I'm like, yeah, I will definitely be making a phone call to my insurance agent next week. But as far as value goes, though, I'll get it insured for what the value is, what the MSRP value, because that's all you're going to get reimbursed. You're not going to get reimbursed for the actual value of what you could sell it for right now.
Yep.
Can you imagine them trying to track down, like, try to put a value on some of that stuff? I laugh so hard when they're trying to, like, go through that and, like, well, it looks like it's this price, but look at this price. Yeah, I think I'll make that plunge, probably close to as I start to fill that room. The room that I have that some of you guys have seen on my video, I am hoping... it'll be really interesting because I was thinking about this last night, you know, of how many cards I want to get in there. So I'm going fully with the hanging GPUs from the guys at Misfits Mining. Like, that entire room will be all hanging GPUs off of that racking. So my goal is 200 GPUs in that room.
Wow.
Is my goal because of the fact that I'm going to hang everything. Like, that's going to give me more optimal space for more cards versus, like, hey, I'm just going to do, like, 8 GPU Veta frames and stuff like that. But no, it'll definitely be a thing. I mean, it's you know.
Have you done the math?
Not a chance in hell.
Okay. 200 GPUs in that small space.
Pipe dream. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You know, we'll add a little bit at a time, and then we'll kind of learn as we go. And that's
going to require a ton of airflow. A ton of air. I think about, like, you've seen Hash Raptors. You know, he's got his shed. And basically, and I think you've probably seen, have you seen the people, like, that have them, like, sitting outside where they put, like, a GPU rig on either side of a wood box, and the airflow comes, and then there's a giant fan directly pointed up?
Yes.
You know, those are great because it's all about airflow. It's not necessarily about cooling, but about airflow. Obviously, with your air conditioner that you have,
well, I don't have that now. So TekShinji, do you want to show? Can you show the images I sent you?
Oh yeah. Let me get that up. Hold on.
So this is like a perfect time to discuss those, and I think it'll be interesting to discuss what I'm finding is happening from those.
Yeah. Before I do that, let me just go over what I'm doing so people can know what I'm doing.
Perfect.
So guys, if you can watch my stream, what I'm doing at the moment, I am putting in overclocks and okay, it's not undervolting technically, it's technically power limiting. I'm doing power limits, overclocks on the memory, and fan speed controls. I'm programming that all in based on the GPU positions I wrote down. While I'm doing all that, because it's kind of boring, because I'm going through like a third interface to even see this, I'll let Hobbyist Miner show you guys what he's talking about. While I get that screen capture ready, you guys want to talk about it because it's going to give me 1 second.
No, that's fine. Take your time. So if those of you guys that saw my video this morning, I was talking about how I planned to cool that room. And originally I was going to go with an air conditioner solution, and then realized very quickly, and I'm naive, I'm new to the scene, that wasn't really going to work. You know, the main goal in a mining space is to exhaust the heat, like new air in and exhaust the heat out as fast as you can. So what I sent was actually what I did tonight. So I'm waiting on some additional parts. So I can't do this in my mining room that I want to do it in yet. So in order to get by, you know, because it's been getting so hot down in this basement, it was like 85 plus. What I did was I actually installed those units in my downstairs window. So my basement is a walkout basement, and there is a window. So I installed these 2 fans. They're 1600 CFM each, and sealed the window with the wood and everything like that. And then I actually have, you could see on there, if you want to scroll down a little bit there.
Yeah, sure.
There's 2 passive ducts that go outside. They're 4-inch ducts. And the really cool thing is the entire basement now has dropped 10 degrees with installing this. And I can walk up to those passive 4-inch air vents, and I can put my hand over there and feel cold air pumping in from outside. So it's working exactly the way I designed it to. So like, the air is naturally getting sucked into the basement from outside, which is kind of, I think, what you were talking about, max voltage, is like pulling in some fresh air.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, so it's worked out really nicely. Actually, it's worked out too good. I went upstairs and opened my basement door, and it slammed shut. Like, it now is like, I have negative pressure occurring now. So like, you open the door and you hear like air, like the sound of air like sucking like through. It's like, holy cow. So then my garage door going out into my garage is on the opposite side of my basement door. It has the same effect. Like, you can hear it. Like, if you open both of those, you can hear it sucking through. So like, it's doing work. So I am really interested. I'm not going to lie. It is doing the entire basement right now of my house. When I put that in a room that is 15 feet by 6 feet, I think it's going to really be like, it's going to be pulling air in and out very quickly out of that room.
What that tells me, though, is that you don't have enough intake.
Yes, correct. So that's something I'm considering, is like, okay, so the nice thing is these are 2 fans, and they have 3 different speeds. The last picture there is I can adjust the speed. So right now I don't have the fan controller plugged in. It's on high entirely. So the nice thing is, in my current state, I'm probably going to have to start out on like, do 1 fan on low or both fans on low. And then as time goes on, increase them. The nice thing is these are very like low fans. Like, I think these were, I'd have to look, but I think these were like 65 watts or something like that. Like, something crazy, which is awesome. So yeah, right now they're 4-inch. So I'm still in design phase. So I might have the ability to like add a 3rd or a 4th. And so the idea is, if you're on the outside of my house, you see they're white, so they look a little more attractive on the outside of the house, but they're 4-inch, just like in the picture there, where they're brown or white. I got the brown ones because they were $9. The white ones were like $18. So yes, I was being cheap. I have brown ones in my mining room. But on the outside of the house, there's 2 4-inch white ones right now, and they have metal mesh over them to keep out like pests and stuff. I may end up having to do like 3 more of these. So the whole room is just lined with these suckers. It'll be cool though. It's exciting. It's a fun learning process. But that was tonight's project. So like, he had messaged me and was like, "Hey, I might start. We're gonna start this time." And I was like, "All right, give me a few minutes. I'm trying to finish up a project." That's exactly what I was doing. Was building that into my window.
That's what you were doing all this time.
So I'm gonna be doing, eventually, once I get to 20 down in the basement, I'm gonna be doing, because I have a window well. So I've got a couple different things I got to figure out. One is basically I got to build a frame around a 2-fan. It's a window fan basically. So it's got 2 fans to it. You can either have it be intake or outtake. I would most likely have them outtake most of the time, but sometimes have them intake if it's cold outside.
Yep.
But then I gotta build a frame around that to replace the window. And then I have window well covers on, so I got to figure out how to. I want to build a vent that I basically can cut into the window well, kind of like a dryer vent, but something that actually does like a full 180-degree turn, so that it comes straight up and then turns down, so that it doesn't catch rain.
Ah, okay. Yes. Got it.
So anyway, but yeah, I've got yet to figure that part out. But 220 is the first thing, and you'd think it'd be easy to find a guy who wants to do it on the side. And
240 or 220?
240, 220, whatever it
Okay.
takes.
Okay.
If anybody knows that Fletch reference, but anyway,
It's
but yeah, it's 240.
awesome. Yeah, I think the two biggest things I've done so far to affect, this is a great conversation or a video or a discussion point is, what are the biggest things that you can do as a miner to really affect, everything. I think the first one was 240, 100%. I mean, it literally, I was juggling how many things I had on outlets, and I had a voltage clamp meter. I was checking on my electric box. It was bad. Now I have 3, literally when the basement's done and that room's done, that room will have 3 30 amp 240 volt plugs in it. So that room will be pumping, what is that? 720 times 3, 21,600 watts.
Yeah, see, I don't have that much room. I've only got 100 amp service. So,
yeah.
But I have room for one 30 amp breaker that I can put in there. But our basement, when we had our basement finished, we had them really, deck it out with a lot of outlets. So
Perfect.
The problem is that the outlets themselves, just on the side of the wall, which is where I'd have it, those are all like one circuit. So so basically, I've got 2 on one wall, 1 on another wall. 2 of them are on one circuit. Those are the lesser rigs. The other one is on a 20 amp circuit from the bathroom, because that's got its own circuit and nobody uses that bathroom, barely ever. And then I can also run another rig on the entertainment center because that has its own circuit, but we don't use that much. And back when we did it, and we're it's got to have its own circuit because it's going to have a receiver and it's going to have a CRT TV which pulls a ton of power. Well, now we have TVs nowadays don't really run that much power, so I could have one on that as well. And then I've got another one in the basement I could run it to, but I really want them all around the same spot. Right now I've got one upstairs in the den, which this time of year usually is warm, so I'd much rather have it in the basement. But right now, Chicago area, it's 44 degrees out right now. My heat's not running because of that. So it does a good job of heating the house. But anyway, ideally we'd want them all in the basement. So got a little bit of work to do this summer, but just got to find the right person. I thought I had found a guy. We needed some repair work done to our roof because they didn't install some of the conduit for the
toasty
solar system that I have on my roof correctly, and it caused some ice damming. So they fixed that all up. It was very small. It wasn't a big deal, but annoying that they caused the problem. So they fixed their own mistake. But I had the electrician come downstairs, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this would be super easy to do. All you do is this, this, and this." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but I'd rather have an electrician do it." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll give you a quote." So got my number, got everything. Didn't hear anything from him. Yeah.
So what are we looking at here? What we got going on?
So the new 3090, I'm assuming it's the new 3090. It's got some issues. It's not taking the same settings as the old 3090, so that's actually okay. It's not a big deal. It probably means that it's different, like everything else in life. So I am currently trying to adjust that. So you can see I got it all the batch commands in there, so it auto applies the clocks, fan speeds, and all that. And what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to get that other 3090 get to full rate. I think I didn't give it enough power. My other 3090 is really, really nice. It only takes 73% power limit, which is around 306 watts, and it does 125 megahash. This new one
Wow.
probably can't do that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. So as you can see, it's powering up right here. The DAG's loading, and you'll see it's already at 124. It's going pretty hard, but this other one is having a hard time getting up there. So what I'm going to do is add more power to it. But you can see these 37s, those are the 2080s. So I'm going to actually power limit them because they're getting kind of hot. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to power limit the 2080s and then give the other 3090 a little bit more juice. Hopefully that will allow it to perform better. So I'm going to do a 35% or a 35 out of 100. I'm going to do negative 60 on the 2080s. I'm not going to do any memory yet. So that way they run at 40% power limit or something like that. Save that and then restart. So I gave the 3090 a little bit more juice and I reduced the power from the 2080s because they're getting kind of hot. I don't like them being that hot. Well, they're also running at default settings, so.
Typically, what I will do when I'm tuning one is I'll use Afterburner to figure out what are the best settings, and then I'll usually set my miner.
Oh yeah, totally, 100%. It's just I'm doing multiple cards, and I kind of know about 90% of most of them.
Okay.
I'm not doing a fine tuning tonight. I'm just getting it going. And let me look at the live chat real quick while we have a break here. Let's see, Jim Ventura says, I can smell those GPUs cooking from Canada. I hope they're not cooking. They're very expensive, so I'm actually power limiting them quite a bit. We went from 1,300 watts to about 1,000, so we saved a lot of power so far. Do you guys see the ETH mining dying before EIP 2.0? No, it's not. It's only going to get worse and worse regarding the mining. People are going to mine more and more and more. So that I highly doubt that's going to happen. Even if the price goes to like 0, there's going to be way more miners now during the bear market than last time. That's for sure. Yeah, so guys, if you guys are wondering, we got this 3090 rig running. Let me just check the settings right now. Yeah, that other 3090 just isn't getting there, so I'm going to have to fix that later. See, how long have we been streaming now? A little over an hour. So we're going to get to like the closing part of the stream. Again, this was just a put together, unboxing, and build as this thing. If you guys have any other questions for me or anything like that, go ahead, drop them in the live chat. If you have anything for me, anything for Max Voltage, anything for Hobbyist Miner, go ahead, drop them now so we could answer them. Other than that, we're going to start closing up here.
Oh, I'm sad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go all night tonight. The rest of this is going to be boring. It's just going to be me tuning and tweaking, going back and forth, so. Yeah, by the way, guys, that is a real wallet address, and that is a real email address. If you guys want to dox me, go ahead and email me there, and
Nice.
you'll get some wonderful stuff. It's a Nigerian prince, actually. He's quite famous. He actually needs a couple of your BTC in order to get out of jail over there. So yeah, if you guys want to dox me, go right on ahead. I'll see you in Nigeria. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to fix that other 3090. I don't know what's going on with it. I hope it's not bunked. That would make me sad, but EVGA will take it back. In the chat, Whisper, I'm new to mining. Is there any reason why you didn't use Afterburner? Ah, yes. Max Voltage was talking about. The reason why I'm not using Afterburner is, how do I say this without sounding kind of crude? I'm a little bit more advanced than that now. Afterburner is great if you're doing like single card testing, but for multiple cards, I have found it's a little bit more finicky. I'd rather just punch in numbers and test it. On top of that, Afterburner sometimes can reset, then you do a full power draw, and I don't like that. But Afterburner is a great way to do it. I personally don't use it anymore because I make a batch command and everything auto applies when you start the mining rig.
Yeah, that's a great point, TekShinji, because typically people will be like, I gotta go to HiveOS because you set it and you can forget it because it doesn't reset. It always stays at whatever power limit you set it to. But with Afterburner, if you push some of the overclocks and it causes your computer to kind of glitch out for a second and the display adapter restarts itself, it will cause all of your overclocks to be erased even though Afterburner still says they're active, they're not.
Yep.
And you all of a sudden now have increased your power, depending on what you have your power limit set on, could be as much as double. So you never really want that. It's going to heat up, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know about you, but I like to let my miners run when I'm not around and not constantly monitoring them. So yeah, as soon as Phoenix was able to do that, I did it on Phoenix. And then after that, now I use T-Rex, which is able to do it as well. So
I thought T-Rex can't do it with GDDR6. It can only do a GDDR5, right?
No, I do it with GDDR6.
So T-Rex can do batch files on everything? All cards? Yep. Oh.
As far as I know.
Fan, memory, core, all that good stuff?
Yep. It changed about a month ago, I think, with one of their new releases. So
that's pretty
it's
cool.
Relatively recent.
And the rig just crashed, so obviously I got to work out some kinks in this thing.
Oh man, who programmed this? Come on now.
I probably did. Yeah, it just crashed. Let me reset this.
Yeah, while he's doing that, you were talking about electricians and power. So I had gotten a boatload of quotes for doing the electrical in my basement, and the highest one I got was with running three legs back to the panel from my basement to the opposite side of my garage, because that's where my panel is. It was 3 10-2 cables and then 2 14-2 cables, so 5 cables total. It was $2,500, and if I wanted to put a sub panel in my basement, it was $4,000. And so I said, screw it. I said, I'm going to spend the next 2 days doing it myself, and that's what I did in those videos. I ran everything into my garage, and I did the PVC conduit because I didn't want to tear into my drywall, and I was like, it's a garage. And I ran everything back, and I had a electrician I found that my plumber guy, everybody needs a guy. So my plumber guy, and he knew electrician guy. So the electrician guy's name was Mel. And Mel came over, and Mel terminated. I did everything. Mel came over and put the terminated my L630R onto the endpoint for the 240. And then he also put the breaker in. It was $50. $50. He charged $50 an hour. He was here for like 45 minutes, and it's $50. And it was like, okay, I was like, everybody needs this guy. He's a retired electrician, and I was like, this is perfect. And I'm like, so I told him, I said, Mel, hey, in July, August, I'll need you again to terminate the other ones. He's like, sure, no problem. He's like, it's $50 an hour. I said, perfect. Sounds good. So I can't complain. But yeah, it's always finding somebody, because like the price is just insane for electricians right now.
Yep.
Well, yeah,
and
real quick, insane, that price.
Real quick, so you guys know what I'm doing. Let me make sure I'm in the right view here. Can you guys see my desktop?
Yep.
Yep. So remember I told you the rig crashed. So make sure you have whatever program you're using generate logs, because then you can open up the last log it made, and you can see why it crashed. So I can see here right now, GPU 1, 2, yeah, basically all of them started to fail, cascade failure. GPU CUDA error 267, launch timed out, terminated. That generally means something was screwy with the overclock settings, so I'll have to fix that at a later time. This is the point in the stream where it's going to take like an hour of me just tweaking it left and right, up and down, all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream pretty soon. We're going to just do a final closeout of some words, and then we're gonna end it. And remember guys, I will be here tomorrow night, same bad time, same bad channel, on ChumChange XD's channel for the live stream, for the Misfits Mining live stream. I'm just gonna check the chat real quick to see if there's any new questions or anything. ChumChange says, why haven't I gotten on Hive yet? Because I'm a boomer and I'm stubborn and I don't want to change. No, that's not the reason. I actually have plans to put my this rig actually on Hive eventually. These 3090s are going to come out and something else is going to go in. These 3090s are actually going to get water blocked. I should probably show that on camera. Ooh. Actually, I'll do that as the last thing of the night. I'm not going to do any water blocking today, but I'm going to show you guys what they look like. I'll do an unboxing of one of the water blocks tonight. before we close the stream here. So let me change to this view here. Yep. Let me put my thing right there. And let me, before I do anything else, let me catch up on the live chat. Yeah, jump change, yep. Electricians, yeah, a good electrician is worth a lot of money, guys. That's definitely, that's for sure. Yeah, so these 3090s, my friends, are gonna get water blocked, okay? They're gonna be water blocked, and this is what I'm gonna be using. It comes in this humongous box right here. EK Vector for the Win 3 water block, okay? So let's open this. I haven't even opened this yet. So you guys get a little 2, 3, 4 unboxings tonight. So open that right there. Let me, I can't push the rig over anymore because it'll fall off the table. So if you guys don't know what a water block is, this, my friends, is the EK water block. And a water block is basically the heat sink, but designed, instead of using air to radiate the heat, it uses water or a liquid. Usually it's not exactly water, it's usually a coolant mix. So when you open the box, you're greeted with all your hardware. You got some thermal paste, you got the special tool right there. All of that good stuff right there. Let me try to focus on it so you guys can see. So you got the thermal paste, got some plugs, and the special tool. Comes with these thermal pads, but I'm actually not going to be using these thermal pads. I'm going to be using the really nice Thermal Grizzly thermal pads. All right, and now the reason why we bought this thing, okay? This is the EK Vector water block. Woo! Look how beautiful that is. Flip that around there so you guys can see. Man, that is one beautiful piece of copper, nickel-plated copper, guys. That, my friends, will go directly onto 3090. And this actually got some weight to it. It's not exactly light. So you guys can see there's the micro fins right there for the water flow. So on something like this, this would be the in, go down in here and spread out, go across the VRAM on the sides and come out the other one. And you can see this is how it attaches to the water block. You put the pads on these raised areas right here. That's for the thermal paste. And I actually have on order the active back plate for the 3090s. I actually do have that on order. So that is coming, in fact. And that's gonna be pretty excited. So make sure you guys get subscribed and stay tuned for that video to come out. Now, you might be asking, TekShinji, why are you wasting your money by water cooling this thing? It's a mining rig. You're gonna increase your RO time like crazy. Well, for the keen-eyed among you, you guys remember my rainbow rig that I made with the Liquid Devil 5700 XTs? Yeah, that ROI'd in about 4 to 5 months because Ethereum went up, of course. But what was nice about it was it was able to run quiet, right? Didn't make a ton of noise. I could have this thing in my living room, and it was beautiful, okay? It was really pretty, really nice. Go check that video out if you guys want to see it. 7 5700 XTs liquid cooled, okay? It was really, really sweet.
So that helps out with your heat dissipation as well, correct?
Yes, the cards
You're not like in my situation where you're trying to deal with like exhausting the heat and all.
No, the heat was still exhausted where the radiators were, but I was able to exhaust the heat more efficiently. So, for example, the room would be 80 degrees, but the cards would still be at 50. I'm not 50, like 60, yeah, high 50s, low 60s on the GPU core, and the VRAM was around 70 Celsius, and the ambient temperature was 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So, because the heat transfer efficiency was so much better, it was so much cooler, and it didn't really matter how hot the room got because the water cooling was so much more efficient. All right, guys, so that's gonna be it for this live stream. This was, I know was unscheduled and all that, but that's because this live stream was mostly a hardware test to make sure my new setup is gonna be working. You may not see too much stuff different on camera. That's because a lot of work went into the background. And if you're a member of our Discord, I'll be posting in the Discord some inside pictures and stuff. And if you are a regular in our Discord, you'll see even more insider stuff in my studio and my setup. Hobbyist Miner and Max Volt, did you guys have any final words or anything you wanted to say?
No, I would just say don't forget to join us tomorrow night.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Tomorrow night, guys, we're going to have it on Chum Change's channel, the Misfits Mining Saturday Night Live, number 17 or 16. I got to double check. It's one of those numbers. But yeah, it's we've been doing that every week for at least a couple of times. The first few we did not count because they had some issues, shall we say. We had some growing pains. We had some growing pains with those. If you guys, there's no recordings of them for a reason. Okay, it was pretty bad. Some teenage boys joined our server and made a bunch of problems. I'll just say that.
Aw, bummer.
Yep.
Sorry to hear that.
Yep. So, all right, guys. I'm sorry. I've been on the wrong view this whole time. There we go. That's better. Now you guys can actually see me. So yeah, guys, thanks for joining me here on this unscheduled live stream. It was a hardware test. You got to see me build this mining rig, install two 3090s, two 3080s onto this rig, and the 3090s are definitely a beautiful card. They do cost a ton of money though. I did pay retail for all these cards here. If you guys are wondering how I got these cards, there is also a video on my channel called How to Get Video Cards and GPUs. If you guys want to check out how I did it, there is a video there.
Insider trading.
Insider trading. Yeah,
Insider trading.
You could say that. Stay tuned, guys, because I am actually, if you guys are fortunate enough to live in the United States and you're fortunate enough to live close to a micro center, I'm going to be going down to one of the micro centers in America in the East Coast this weekend, and I'm going to be doing some shenanigans down there to try to get you guys the inside scoop on how to get yourselves a video card at micro centers. So make sure you get subscribed, you stay tuned, and you watch for those videos to drop. All right, guys. So thanks for joining us here for this live stream. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. Again, I was here joined by Hobbyist Miner. He also has an awesome YouTube channel. He's got some awesome, great content. He releases content way more often than I do, so he got some great stuff. What do you do, a video every day now?
5 days a week, Monday through Friday.
Yeah, you see, I could not do that.
We are 80 days in, so we are cranking out the content. Yeah, so
that's pretty amazing.
No stopping right now, keeping it up.
Yeah, so go get subscribed to his channel, guys. He's also pretty amazing. We also have with us on the line Max Voltage, and Max Voltage is the gamer's nexus of the crypto mining community. He is one smart cookie. Don't let the hats he wears fool you, because they don't represent his brain power, all right? He is one smart guy. He also has a YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go and get subscribed to him as well. He's an awesome guy. He has a lot of great information in that head of his, and he's just a general wonderful guy to talk to as well. So again, guys, thanks for joining us on this live stream, and I'm going to be ending it here, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everybody.